Maria back with another video, and I wanted to talk about something a little different than gang stalking, because I'm like, okay, Maria, you need to get your mind off the whole gang stalking issue, okay? Because it is something that's pissing me off, and it certainly does need my attention. But I think I've given it a lot of attention, 24 hours a day, okay? So I'm like giving it plenty of attention. But I guess in some ways this does relate to my gang stalking, this topic, because I was thinking about this particular issue today. But before I share the issue with you, I did go to the thrift store yesterday. It's just ridiculously hot, okay? It's just so hot, and I'm like, I really don't have a lot of summer clothes. I just don't wear a lot of summer. I hate summer clothes, okay? I do. I hate summer clothes. It's hot. I'm miserable. I just rather it be like autumn or winter, preferably autumn, like all year round, but that's not the case. So anyway, yeah, I go to the thrift store. Why do I go to the thrift store? Because I always find clothes that I'm more likely to wear. Okay, whatever you get in the department store, they're going to sell the newest fashion, which is understandable, okay? So they're going to stock everything. I don't like the fashion right now, okay? I don't like what they're selling. So aside from that, you know, money is tight. But even if I was a millionaire, I'd still go to those thrift stores because Maria's very cheap. But anyway, I got 3 dresses. I took them home, tried them on. I kept thinking, all 3 of them are really cute, but I think I'm going to stick with this one. I love rust color. It's a beautiful color. And I even painted my nails to match. I mean, I was just like really into this dress. And then I also like the blue one that I got. And then I got this one that was like more of a, it's black on the top, and on the bottom it's got like little purple rosebuds. But the more I think about it, it looks too tank toppy to wear around work. So I'm like, I'm not going to wear that. Okay, so today I was thinking about, I was watching this video, and it was very, what's the word for it, Afrocentric. And, you know, I was thinking, you know, growing up, people accused me of not being proud of who I was or whatever. And, you know, I think that I'm going to say that if reincarnation was true, I would have absolutely no problem coming back as the same person. Okay, I might want to choose a different family, okay, but I wouldn't have a problem coming back in my skin, okay. I can't say that I'm proud to be black for the simple fact that it's not an accomplishment. It's something that just is, okay. But I enjoy being black. I do. I enjoy it. I like my skin coloring. I like the fact that I'm 45 years old, and most people tell me I look very young for my age. That would not happen if I wasn't black, okay? I like the history of early black America. It fascinates me. And I also like the stories that I've heard from my family. So, you know, I like who I am, and I know that I wouldn't have this unique perspective on life if I wasn't black, okay? Because don't forget, I pretty much grew up. I mean, there were some black kids in my neighborhood, I mean, in the area, but, you know, pretty much a lot of people were white when I was growing up. So I got to see things from a different angle, okay? Like, I remember growing up and having a lot of the same interests as some of the kids. You know, I would say I started developing more into more unique taste, like, when I was after 15. But, like, you know, the earlier years, I do remember having, like, you know, watching the same TV shows, liking some of the same music and stuff like that. And, you know, those are the things you relate to. But I noticed that when you talk about some of the things that these kids observed, it was almost like, well, you're trying to be blah, 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 blah. And people think that your interests and your likes have something to do with your skin color. And for some people, it does. And I personally think that's living in ignorance, okay? Like, for example, if you're a black person, or any race for that matter, but you see something that you like, maybe it's a design, you buy it and you put it in your house, right? And you like it. And sometimes I like a lot of East Indian stuff. You know, I think it's very pretty. But does it mean that I have to be Indian to like it? No, it doesn't. Just like, you know, the same thing for a lot of movies. I watch a lot of movies for the content. Now, everybody knows what it's like to lose somebody in a tragedy. We all watch things that are relate to drama. You know, anybody can be attacked by a zombie just as much as, there is no race involved in it, okay? They want your body, your soul, your blood, whatever they're after, they're looking for that. So it's sort of a human type thing. Now, I would say I like being black. The problem with it is that it's it creates social problems, especially if you step over the line in society. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of white supremacy going on out here. So I didn't mean to like get into this conversation, but somehow it's still kind of going right back to the gang stalking issue, which is unfortunate. But, you know, there's certain things that being black attracts. You know, it attracts attention if you seem a little different than the other black people. And black people harp on you, and then you get white people thinking that you're trying to be white. I'm not trying to be white. I'm a human being who enjoys life and different things, eclectic things. And I see a lot of white people who go to eat Asian restaurants. Does that mean trying to be Asian? You know, I've noticed that there's always, white people can always, you know, experiment, and they can call themselves eclectic, and they can align, they can go travel, or they can collect unique pieces from around the world, and aren't they cultured? But if a black person does it, it's kind of like you're just trying to be white. So basically, white is a privilege, okay? It's a privilege that people get to have. And it's not really deserved, okay? It's just not. But it's an advantage is what it is, okay? And so, like, for example, I was just telling my husband, it was yesterday or the day before that, we were talking about how in the past, because of the gang stalking and everything, I have lost, but even before the gang stalking, actually it had to have been there because my sister was always messing up my job. But I will say this, you know, I do know that my interactions with white people in general, okay, just, and because a lot of other races are influenced by white thought, they too kind of like side with white people, even though, like I said, if the shit hit the fan, their ass is grass too. But I do notice that there is this, they don't realize it. Or maybe they don't, I don't know, maybe they do, who knows, you know, that certain things are reserved exclusively for white people. And you would think that that sort of mindset would be gone by now, but it's not. And so, like, you know, a lot of white people think, hey, you know, I'm not racist, or I'm not, you know, prejudiced, or whatever. And they'll say, like I said, they'll watch a movie about racism, and they'll get all upset. You're like, oh, it's terrible, you know. But yet they'll, like, scarf at some black person who may have a different interest that's outside of their own race and is a little different. You know, because basically in their own way, they don't want to come out and say it, but they believe in segregation, and they believe that things are supposed to be reserved only for them. It's crazy. So, like, if a little kid's sitting in school and they're watching a movie, are they supposed to have their eyes shut because they're not supposed to watch it, and not even yet like it? I mean, weird stuff. But no, I enjoy who I am. I like my background. You know, I do. Being 45 years old, like I said, I don't have an issue. Like a lot of white women, or women in general, okay? Women in general are hesitant to talk about their age, okay? Maybe it's a social issue. Maybe it's because a lot of women like to hide their age and they're not really confident about it. I can sit there and talk about my age all day long, okay? Why? Because I got great skin. I mean, I love my color. I love my color. You know, when I was little, I do remember, you know, I think a lot of kids go through this phase where, like, you want to be anything but what you are. And I remember thinking Hawaiian girls were the most gorgeous women ever. And I will say that with a lot of races, with, like, the jet black hair and the golden skin, that is gorgeous to me. That is very, very beautiful. Like, I think East Indian women are just absolutely gorgeous. But when I was little, I used to, you know, look at Hawaiian girls or like Hawaiian Barbies or something and think, gosh, you know, I wish I could be Hawaiian. We all do that, okay? When I was little, I used to look at some people that I admired. And there's nothing wrong with admiring white women, okay? And I know that I can't be them, and I'm trying to be them. I just admire a certain thing about them. But I remember thinking, God, you know, Goldie Hawn is just like so amazing. You know, how she would dance in her little short skirts and her all this amazing makeup and stuff. I think she's awesome, you know? But as you get older, you know, you appreciate who you are and you appreciate your background and you enjoy those things, you know. But so when I was younger, you know, I noticed that even saying that I liked a certain book, you know, immediately had this stigma, like, or they would try to accuse me of that, and that's just so wrong, you know. And it doesn't change as you get older. As a matter of fact, they'll just throw your ass out and you know, abandon you and leave you out of employment for the issue. Which I was also thinking about how I have proven that I'm a hard worker. I rarely take vacations, okay? I'm not the kind of person who just, like, you know, talks about vacation, or I don't have anything about me when it comes to my work that's, like, lazy. I'm not lazy. Now, forget the stereotypes that you heard about black people. I am a hard worker, hard, dedicated worker. Now, I've seen people in this town that I worked here, people coming in late, people just coming right out and just looking at their boss straight in the eye. Hey, you know, I forgot what you told me to do. Okay, and these people are still on the payroll. Okay? Now, my white mother-in-law makes a phone call, and I can easily lose my job just like that. You know? Or somebody thinks I might be Muslim, and I can lose my job just like that. You know? If I don't buy my clothes at Hot Look, I can lose my job. Crazy. Okay? That is what I'm talking about. So everything that the negative sides of being black don't come from within. It doesn't come from my own stuff, my own whatever. Of course, my family's a bunch of whack jobs, but I will say that has nothing to do with being black, really, okay? Everything that I've dealt with in my life that was negative came from the external forces, not me. So, hey, you know what? If reincarnation's true, and I don't know everything, okay, a lot of early Christians believed in reincarnation. You might want to check that out. Look it up. If it's true, I got no problems coming back this way, none whatsoever. But I hope that the world will be in a better state, so I don't have to struggle this time. Take care. Bye-bye.